My friends, pack up everything, put on truck, okay?
No, that's impossible. We've never missed a payment. Every month, I give Josh hundreds of dollars of my money, and then he writes you a rent check.
3 of the grandmas in this film hold 1 Academy Award, 2 Oscar nominations, a Tony, and a stack of Emmys between them. They are performing in a Happy Madison stoner comedy. Nobody questions this on screen for even a second. The video game at the center of the plot was a real Xbox 360 title that got canceled before the film even came out. An actor playing a weed dealer swapped the prop marijuana for the real thing mid-shoot and told the crew he couldn't feel his legs. The production filed actual legal paperwork over fake dead cats, and the film made $6 million in theaters, then turned around and made $35 million on DVD, becoming one of the most stolen discs in Blockbuster history. 20 facts about Grandma's Boy. Let's get into it. Like and subscribe before we start, it helps more than you know.
Where's the bong?
Alex, you forgot smoking lamp. I'm sorry.
Number 20. Allen Covert had spent over a decade in and around Adam Sandler's circle writing scripts, appearing in supporting roles in Happy Gilmore, The Wedding Singer, and a string of other Happy Madison productions. He was a fixture in the background of that world. Grandma's Boy was built specifically to change that. Covert co-wrote and produced the film and gave himself the lead role of Alex his first and, as it turned out, only starring role in a major feature film. The project had personal roots. The story behind the script draws on Covert's own experience of moving in with his grandmother while helping care for a family member, a real-life situation that gave the premise its emotional texture even inside a broad stoner comedy. Sandler didn't appear in front of the camera, but he executive produced through Happy Madison and made the whole thing happen. The man who spent years in the background finally got the front of the frame for one film, and the film became a cult classic.
JP! Sorry I'm late, Mr. Cheezel. I was in the middle of another huge breakthrough with the new game.
Number 19. Jonah Hill plays Barry, an awkward video game tester at the studio where Alex works. When the film came out in January 2006, Hill had only a handful of minor credits to his name, a debut in I Heart Huckabees, and a small part in the 40-year-old Virgin. He was completely unknown to mainstream audiences. Superbad didn't come out until August 2007. That's 18 months after Grandma's Boy released. The film that turned Jonah Hill into a household name hadn't even been filmed yet when he appeared in this movie. Watching the Barry scenes now is a specific kind of time travel. A future star playing a bit part in a cult stoner comedy before the projects that would define him had been made.
Don't tell me your grandma beats you.
That's more believable than what actually happened. So what's this big meeting about?
Number 18. The game Alex is secretly developing, Demonik, was not invented for the film. It was a genuine Xbox 360 title in development at Majesco Entertainment, shown at industry events and generating legitimate anticipation. The footage used in the movie is real gameplay material pulled from the actual development build. Majesco ran into serious financial difficulties, and the game was canceled before release. This happened before the film even hit theaters, which means the video game, at the heart of a movie about the video game industry, had already ceased to exist by the time audiences were watching characters talk about it. The only place Demonik has ever actually lived is inside Grandma's Boy. A canceled game found its permanent home in a cult comedy.
Ooh, dinner time. Oh! God, circuit! Fucker! Ass fuck! Oh! God damn it!
Number 17. Doris Roberts plays Grandma Lily. If that name registers immediately, it's because she spent 9 seasons playing Marie Barone on Everybody Loves Raymond, one of the most beloved sitcom characters of the late 90s and early 2000s, and won 4 Emmy Awards for the role. She was, at the time of this film, one of the most decorated sitcom actresses on television. The casting places an actress defined by wholesome family comedy into a film built around marijuana, video games, and 35-year-olds who haven't figured out how to be adults. Roberts plays Lily with complete sincerity, including the scene where she accidentally gets stoned herself and reacts with the same warmth and confusion she'd bring to any Marie Barone moment. The joke works because Roberts never winks at the audience. She plays it completely straight.
10 through 15, all done.
Oh my God. I told you.
All right! Who wants a piece of the gray bush?
Number 16. During the eviction scene at the top of the film, the line, "You're a hooker," wasn't scripted. Adam Sandler was on set that day, not acting in the scene, and improvised the line between takes. He told the actor to shout it at him during the next take. The delivery landed so perfectly that it stayed in the final cut. For the rest of production, whenever Sandler visited the set, someone on the crew would find a moment to yell the line back at him. It became an unofficial running gag throughout filming. A throwaway improvisation from a set visit became one of the film's most quoted moments, and it wouldn't exist if Sandler had stayed home that day.
That day.
No alcohol? This place sucks.
Hey, fella, give it a chance. We do serve shots of wheatgrass.
Number 15. Peter Dante plays Dante, the weed dealer who becomes something of an honorary member of the household. For the bong-hitting scenes, the production supplied prop herbal weed standard procedure for anything involving simulated drug use on a film set. Dante decided the fake material wasn't convincing enough and substituted his own supply. According to Nick Swardson, who co-wrote the film and was present for the shoot, the real hits escalated quickly. Dante reached a point during takes where he announced, unprompted, that he could no longer feel his legs and that he needed to go to the hospital. The scene where the haze is genuinely visible on screen is real smoke from real material, and the man producing it was, by his own admission, medically uncertain about his lower extremities at the time.
Pump number 1 and oh shit, not too shit, pump my shit real good.
I fucking love this girl!
Number 14. Shirley Jones plays Grace, one of Grandma Lily's two roommates, flirtatious, bold, and deeply comfortable in a comedy that is far outside the territory she built her name in. She is best remembered as Shirley Partridge on The Partridge Family, the definition of wholesome American television. But in 1960, she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for Elmer Gantry, playing a vengeful prostitute in a performance that stunned audiences who knew her primarily from family entertainment. There is a full-circle quality to seeing Jones in Grandma's Boy. She was outrageous in Elmer Gantry in a way that surprised everyone, settled into decades of family-friendly work, and then showed up in a Happy Madison stoner comedy being outrageous again. The through line in her career is a willingness to go further than the audience expects. Grandma's Boy is the last chapter of that particular story.
What do you mean? What?
Yes.
Number 13. The third member of the Grandma Trio is Shirley Knight, playing Bea, the spaciest and most otherworldly of the three. Knight was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress twice, for The Dark at the Top of the Stairs in 1960 and Sweet Bird of Youth in 1962. She won a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play and collected multiple Emmy nominations and wins across a 60-year career. Stack the three women together, and the math becomes absurd. Doris Roberts with 4 Emmys, Shirley Jones with an Oscar, Shirley Knight with 2 Oscar nominations, and a Tony. The combined awards pedigree sitting at that kitchen table is greater than most serious dramatic films ever achieved in their entire cast. It is all deployed in service of a comedy about a 35-year-old who still lives with his grandmother and plays video games. That contrast is its own joke, and the film is smart enough to let it sit there without comment.
He's on his way.
How much time do we have?
Enough time to 69.
Just like Don Knotts.
Oh, hello, Mayberry.
Number 12. Grandma's Boy opened in January 2006 to approximately $3 million in its first weekend. Its total worldwide theatrical gross was around $6.6 million on a $5 million budget, technically profitable but only just, and nowhere near the performance Fox Searchlight would have wanted. The film was written off as a minor misfire almost immediately. The DVD release told a completely different story. The film earned over $35 million in DVD sales in the United States alone. With rentals and international figures, some estimates pushed the total home video revenue toward $100 million. It also became one of the most frequently stolen DVDs at Blockbuster. People were taking it and not returning it. A film that barely registered in theaters became a genuine home video phenomenon because the audience for it wasn't the kind that shows up on opening weekend.
I invited some of my friends from the Crazy Beaver, right?
Maybe next time you could go a little less on the crazy and a little more on the beaver.
There's no trouble, bro. They're people just like you and me.
Number 11. Rob Schneider plays Yuri, the thick-accented Eastern European landlord who kicks Alex and Josh out of their apartment in the film's opening minutes. He is the catalyst for the entire story. If you don't know to look for him, you will likely not recognize him, the accent and the character work as a genuine disguise. He appears without top billing. The appearance functions as a cameo reward for Sandler comedy loyalists. David Spade turns up as Shiloh, a waiter at a vegan restaurant, dressed just enough outside his usual persona to stay under the radar. Both cameos operate on the same principle. Cast people the core Happy Madison audience will eventually recognize. Give them enough of a costume to slow the recognition down, and let the film reward the people paying close enough attention. Neither character draws attention to himself.
There's a reason why I'm the creator of EDS3 and you're just a tester. I just... Eject!
Number 10. The decrepit state of Alex's car was not a creative decision about character. The production simply ran out of budget money at the point where they needed to acquire a vehicle for him. The solution was to find the cheapest running car available. What they bought was barely functional and visually falling apart. On screen, the car works as a perfect extension of Alex's arrested adolescence lifestyle. The audience reads it as intentional characterization, a guy who is too checked out to maintain a real car, driving something that reflects exactly where his priorities are. Behind the camera, it was a budget problem solved by accident. The production's financial limitation accidentally produced one of the film's funnier running details.
You're the reason Alex has been tired all week?
We have been sort of rough on him, but he is kind of soft, if you know what I mean.
Number 9. The screenplay for Grandma's Boy was written by Allen Covert, Nick Swardson, and Barry Wernick. Swardson also plays Jeff, the man-child who still lives with his parents and sleeps in a race car bed, a character he wrote specifically for himself. The writing and performing on the same project at the same time is a specific kind of creative control that Happy Madison projects regularly allowed the people in Sandler's circle. Covert and Swardson didn't slow down after the film wrapped. The Benchwarmers, another Happy Madison comedy they wrote together, hit theaters in April 2006, just 3 months after Grandma's Boy. Both films released the same year, both built cult followings on home video, and both remain films that their target audience can quote extensively. For Swardson in particular, 2006 was the year he went from recurring supporting player to legitimate comedy force. Number 8. The gay robot posters visible throughout the film aren't just background dressing. Gay Robot originated as a sketch on Adam Sandler's 2004 comedy album Don't Tell, with Nick Swardson providing the voice. The character, a robot who is gay and navigating that identity with varying degrees of confusion, connected with enough listeners that it sparked real development interest. Comedy Central entered conversations with Swardson and the Happy Madison team about a dedicated gay robot series. Both animated and live-action versions were explored. The pilot was never picked up. The character exists as a sketch on an album, a set of posters in a cult comedy, and an almost was television series. For fans who know the backstory, spotting the posters is the film acknowledging its own extended universe.
Raised that footstool at $200. I know. Who would have thought that was early Victorian?
I wanted to win some money.
Number 7. The video game references in Grandma's Boy aren't decoration, they're specific and accurate. The large statue in JP's office is a real promotional piece for Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, depicting Naked Snake. It was genuine merchandise from the game's release. The doors on JP's office are styled directly after the iconic metal doors from Doom. Neither of these is a generic gaming reference, both are specific enough to identify the exact titles being referenced. In the screenplay, when JP pitches his game concept to Mr. Cheezel, he describes the design sensibility as very Miyamoto, invoking Shigeru Miyamoto, the designer behind Super Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Donkey Kong, whose name functions as shorthand for a specific philosophy of accessible, joyful game design. That's not a name that shows up in mainstream comedies. It lands as an inside reference for anyone who follows the industry, and passes without notice for everyone else. Both kinds of audiences are served.
That's right, Grandma.
I am so sorry I didn't believe you, Alan.
Number 6. Nicolas Gussin had never directed a feature film before Grandma's Boy. He had been working inside Adam Sandler's creative orbit for years, directing short films, co-writing material for the Don't Tell album, including Gay Robot, but a feature was new territory. The Happy Madison framework gave him enough creative cover to make the jump without the usual pressure of proving himself on a first major studio production. The score was composed by Waddy Wachtel, whose background was not in film music. Wachtel is a session guitarist and rock musician who worked with Keith Richards, Stevie Nicks, and Warren Zevon across a career that had nothing to do with scoring comedies. The decision to bring in someone from outside the standard film composer pipeline gave the music a texture consistent with the rest of the film's aesthetic, eclectic, slightly rough, built by people who were doing it because they wanted to, rather than because it was their designated professional lane.
Jerking off for my mom is one thing, but banging your grandmother and her roommates, that's like legendary.
Number 5. The street number on the house Alex and Josh are evicted from in the opening scene is 420. This is visible on screen and legible if you're watching for it. The film announces its relationship with marijuana culture in the first 3 minutes by encoding the most widely recognized cannabis reference into the address of the building that kicks the story off. The film doesn't stop there. During the arcade scene featuring the Frog Bog game, Alex's score lands at exactly 420. The number appears in the margins of the film without dialogue calling attention to it, a reward for viewers paying close attention rather than a joke being underlined for the audience. For a film about weed culture, the fact that the 420 references are subtle and embedded rather than announced is almost its own form of restraint.
Hey, look how young and cute you are.
Hey, oh my God.
Number 4. Before the film settled on its release title, it was developed under the working title Nana's Boy. The name was changed before release for reasons that were never publicly detailed in depth. What was not changed was a specific line of dialogue that the working title had inspired. During a scene where Samantha and Alex are drinking tequila shots together, Samantha taunts Alex with the line, "What's the matter, Nana's boy? Can't hang?" The old title survived the title change in the only form available to it as a piece of dialogue that now functions as an inside joke. Audiences watching without the context would read it as a generic taunt. Audiences who know the production history hear the film acknowledging what it used to be called.
He's hooking me up with the line. It comes tomorrow. Great. Plus, he brought over some crazy Zimbabwean weed that'll turn you into a deer.
Number 3. The exterior of Grandma Lily's house is at 1324 Carroll Avenue in the Angelino Heights neighborhood of Los Angeles. Directly across the street, at 1329 Carroll Avenue, is the Victorian that served as Hallowell Manor in the television series Charmed, recognizable to millions of viewers as the house where the Hallowell witches lived for 8 seasons. The two productions were not using the same house. They were using houses on opposite sides of the same street. Carroll Avenue is one of the most consistently filmed streets in Los Angeles, a block of Victorian houses built in the 1880s that has appeared in more productions than most studio backlots. The thriller video was shot a few doors down. The same row has appeared in films and television series across 5 decades. The Grandma Trio and the Hallowell Witches never crossed paths, but they were neighbors on the most cinematically photographed block in the city.
I've never met anyone with 300 roommates.
Yeah, it gets messy, but you have that big recipe first, so.
That helps.
This is my room.
Here we are.
Number 2. The Happy Madison Productions logo that opens every Sandler film features a gray-bearded man hitting a golf ball and saying, "Terrific." That man is Stanley Sandler, Adam's father, who died in 2003 from lung cancer at 68 years old. The logo was created in 2005 as a permanent tribute. The voice is not a recording of Stanley. It is Adam Sandler doing an impression of his father, captured after his death, and used on every film the company has produced since. Grandma's Boy is the only Happy Madison production to ever change that logo. Instead of saying "terrific," the figure says "oh boy," a small and specific nod to the film's title, built into the company's tribute to a dead man. It is the kind of detail that is easy to watch past without registering. Knowing what the logo is and who the figure represents changes what "oh boy" means completely. It is 2 seconds of an opening title card, and it is one of the more quietly emotional things in the film.
Mr. Lee Ho? Monkey?
Number 1. Harry the chimpanzee was cast as the Karate Monkey. A custom ninja suit was made to fit him. His trainer built an 8-foot platform specifically to practice the jump onto the actor standing in for Alex, running the stunt repeatedly until Harry could hit the mark cleanly and safely. The car scenes were shot with green screen, so no vehicle was actually moving. Every cigarette smoked near Harry during production contained no actual tobacco or other substances. Herbal alternatives with digital smoke enhancement in post. The production did not stop at the chimp. For the scene where the cleaning crew discovers fake dead cats under the furniture in the apartment, the prop department was required to file official paperwork with the relevant authorities documenting the fake cats as props rather than actual animal remains.
Hey, Barry, I think it's time for you and the milkmaid to go home. Yeah, west, yo.
Legal documentation was submitted over the fictional deceased felines beneath a couch in a stoner comedy. The Karate Monkey had a custom wardrobe, a dedicated trainer, and a stunt platform. The fake dead cats had a paper trail. No detail was too small or too absurd to handle with complete professional seriousness. 20 facts about Grandma's Boy. The Oscar winner in a race car bet comedy. The canceled video game that only exists in a movie. The real actor who couldn't feel his legs. And the fake dead cats with official documentation. If any of these hit different, drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.